Christopher Lloyd would be for reprising his role as Doc Brown in a potential Back to the Future 4, should another sequel come into fruition. Although it's been 28 years since Part 3 hit movie theaters, fan interest in the movies remains strong as ever, with the first installment continuing to be a popular choice for open-air cinema events and nostalgic screenings across North America and the UK, as well as constantly being referenced in modern-day pop culture. Written and directed by Robert Zemeckis in 1985, the first Back to the Future captured the imagination of a generation with its zany time travel plot and iconic lead characters of Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox, and Dr. Emmett Doc Brown. What started with the quote-unquote simple mission of ensuring his parents meet and fall in love in the past to ensure his own future birth, the continuing misadventures of Marty McFly also took him to the near future in the Wild West. The idea of a fourth adventure has been rumored for the last 30 years. And while nothing's happened yet, Lloyd would enjoy returning. Related, 16 behind-the-scenes secrets you didn't know about Back to the Future. Speaking with the Phoenix New Times prior to a screening of the first movie in the series and Q&A, Lloyd seemed enthusiastic about the idea of another chapter. Even 3 decades later, "I'd be delighted. I'd love to be in a fourth film. If they could come up with the right idea that extends the story and does it as well as the first 3. Whilst there's no recent word on whether Zemeckis or Fox wish to return, there's little doubt that fans would clamor for a return to the characters. Lloyd is clearly very proud of his work on the fan-favorite franchise. I think it's a very positive film. A lot of people have told me Back to the Future helped them survive whatever issues they dealt with in their adolescence. Back to the Future helped lift their spirits and be more optimistic. I think that's a big thing, and I'm so glad to be part of something that helped people cope. It should be a comfort to fans that he be so fond of the franchise, as the likelihood of him wanting to return is obviously very high. 1980s nostalgia is at an all-time high, with everything from Ghostbusters to the Terminator receiving decades-late sequels, and television shows like Stranger Things are comfortably inhabiting the time period and paying homage. It wouldn't take much for execs at rights holders Universal Pictures to capitalize on the fever pitch, and the right creative idea could be enough to lure Zemeckis back for a fourth chapter. As Lloyd himself points out, "Well, I think it's a matter of, first of all, it's important if Bob Zemeckis and screenwriter Bob Gale are excited about doing another episode. I think, really, the most important thing is if they can come up with the right idea. I think that's the challenge, is to come up with something that really is as good as the originals. I suppose it could happen. Longtime fans of the series can also rest easy knowing their beloved 80s classic will never be rebooted. The options at this point are literally either to bring back all the main cast and crew for a fourth adventure, or let the series lie dormant. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but geeks everywhere can keep their fingers crossed and their eyes peeled for future developments. Back to the Future 4 has no release date. We'll keep you updated on the latest information. Source: Phoenix New Times. Tags: Back to the Future looking for an AD-free experience on ScreenRant.